Recent research has led to the posting of 2 new scientific articles on cigarette smoke. The article Inhaling Bacteria with Cigarette Smoke by Brett Israel through the Environmental Health Sciences, as well as the article from Science Daily called Cigarettes Harbor Many Pathogenic Bacteria. Both articles coincide with one another to conclude that chronic and infectious diseases may be caused by bacteria in cigarette smoke. New studies have presented the media with the discovery that cigarettes are not only loaded with chemicals, as research has revealed that thousands of live bacteria are actually contained in cigarettes as well, and not all of them are safe. Many of the bacteria have been found to be pathogenic to humans and are now added to the reason cigarette smoke is extremely detrimental to the human body. The knowledge that cigarettes are packed full with heavy metals like mercury and arsenic and chemicals is already widely exposed to the public everywhere, as well as the fact that these particulates cause things like lung disease and chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, which is chronic bronchitis or emphysema lung disease. Researchers, however, have been wondering if the bacterial pathogens also in cigarettes are contributing to these diseases and also to viruses like the common cold or flu or other respiratory infections like pneumonia and influenza. Studies have concluded that this may very well be the case, with no cigarette brand excluded. Studies have covered many popular brands of cigarettes, including Marlboro Red and Camels, and they have found that all cigarettes contain these bacterial microbes. Amy Sapkota, an epidemiologist who led this new research, had studied live tobacco plants and already knew they were full of bacteria. But after studying the contents of cigarettes, she found that even after the tobacco is processed to the point where it is sold for smoking, bacteria still contaminated the cigarettes. When cancer research scientist John Powley placed a single flake from tobacco onto a nutritious petri dish, many bacterial colonies grew within the dish. According to the Science Daily magazine, the live pathogenic bacteria located within the cigarette include Acinetobacter, which is associated with lung and blood infections, Bacillus, in which some varieties are associated with food-borne illnesses and anthrax, Burkholderia, in which some forms are responsible for respiratory infections, Clostridium, which is associated with food-borne illnesses and lung infections, Klebsiella, which is associated with a variety of lung, blood, and other infections, and Pseudomonas aeruginosa, which is an organism that causes 10% of all hospital-acquired infections in the United States. It is also not just the live bacteria that are causing health problems. Endotoxins, which come from dead bacteria, are just as harmful to the human body because they can cause inflammation to the affected areas and cause tumors. As recorded in the Environmental Health News, scientist Powley stated that there is some concern that the chemicals and bacteria might work together to speed up the malignancy of cancer cells. This would explain why smokers are the largest group of people in the world to be targets for cancer. Because these discoveries are recent, scientists are still trying to figure out what all this new information will lead to in future studies. Since the bacteria in cigarettes were never often observed in the past, researchers are now trying to understand what this means regarding human health and how the bacteria can add to the negative effects of smoking. These scientists are searching for what links there are between the pathogens and illnesses that can arise from smoking. Scientists do not yet know the answer to these questions, as they have only just opened the door to this discovery and the study of the bacterial metagenome in cigarettes.